Exclusive contract novel from Felu Novel Network. I watch pirate short videos, making people in the world of navigation numb. Li Wei's phone has a strange app that allows him to earn cash rebates by sharing videos. He didn't know that the video he swiped was synchronized to the pirate world and broke countless defenses. Sanji. Swimsuit Big Mom. I can't look directly at swimsuit beauties anymore. Kapu. Spreading rumors, right? How could I possibly be injured by Monka? White beard. I have been repeatedly pulled out and executed, and I am numb. As more and more videos were played, the entire world of navigation was ruined. Felu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. System Activation. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Another boring day. In a sea view homestay, Li Wei's eyes moved away from the short video of the Sailing King on his phone screen and looked towards the distant sea. As a civil dog, Li Wei came to this famous seaside tourist city for vacation during winter. Unlike typical college students who enjoy special forces-style tourism, Li Wei likes to watch short videos of quietly blowing the sea breeze and brushing off the Pirate King at the beach. Li Wei really likes the world of One Piece. The upside-down mountains with seawater flowing upwards, the pure white island floating 10,000 meters in the sky, the bubble-filled fairy tale land of the Shambhodri Islands, and the Fishman Island 10,000 meters underwater, various pirate ships, sea kings larger than islands, and various races of humans, and the plot of One Piece is more than 10 times stronger than the current Little Fresh Meat TV series. Ding! The installation of the projection video is completed. When Li Wei was about to continue watching videos, a prompt message appeared on his phone. At the same time, there is also an app with strange icons on his phone page. Is pirated software so rampant now that you can download it directly without clicking? Looking at the suddenly loaded app, Li Wei was stunned. Curious, Li Wei clicked on this software. As soon as you enter the page of this software, a message will dominate the screen. Congratulations on successfully registering. As long as you use this software to watch short videos, you can get cash rebates. The more you watch, the more rebates you get. Get started. When Li Wei clicked on this video, a golden light curtain appeared in the sky of One Piece world. So, what is that thing? When Munch D. Luffy saw the light curtain, a smile appeared on his face. He could feel that it was a very magical thing. Are you a devil fruit power? This light curtain not only appears here, but also in the towns of Logue, the Shampoo Islands, Marinfando, and almost simultaneously in the world. Naval Headquarters, Marinfando. Naval Marshal Waring States is discussing with Lieutenant General Crane and Cap on how to capture the Blackbeard group who captured the Kingdom of Magnetic Drums. When this golden light curtain appeared in Marinfando, almost all three of them looked up at the sky at the same time. What is that? The demonic fruit ability of one of our navies. Cap swallowed the fairy shell in his hand and said vaguely. No, no one in our navy has such abilities. Looking at the light curtain in the sky with a solemn expression during the Warring States period, he slowly shook his head. As one phone worm after another was answered, General He's face became increasingly serious. These calls are from branches around the world, and they all report the same thing. This made the senior management of the Navy understand that the voice just now was not deceiving. This light curtain is really visible across the entire ocean. This is not something that humans can do. The expression of the Warring States period was very serious. Now, whether in the four seas or on great voyages, such a magical sight has emerged simultaneously, which is a mysterious force beyond their understanding. I don't know what kind of changes this mysterious light curtain will bring to the era of the great pirates. Is it an opportunity or a new crisis for our navy? Looking at the golden light curtain, the Warring States period couldn't help but sigh. New world, in a certain sea area. Whitebeard was originally resting on the broad deck of the Mobidic, with a hanging bottle inserted into his body. When the golden light curtain appeared in the sky, Whitebeard's eyes suddenly opened, and the domineering aura that dominated the world was released towards the surroundings. However, apart from the Mobidic, Whitebeard did not find anyone else in this sea area. Whose pen is this? Whitebeard looked at the light curtain in the sky, his face becoming extremely solemn. Whitebeard knows his own strength, and this light curtain can actually conceal his perception of aura and aura. Such a guy cannot be underestimated. These people's reactions are just a microcosm of the ocean. When it appeared in the light curtain, a transparent panel that only they could see appeared in everyone's mind, and messages flowed like flowing water. Lox D. Jibek. I didn't expect that as a deceased person, there would be a day of communication with the sea. It's really unbelievable. Seeing this familiar name, many senior naval officers became restless in an instant. Is this a prank by someone with ulterior motives? The Warring States period stared closely at the name Lox, and his pupils tightened. The next second, a more familiar name appeared, which made the Warring States period even more restless. The new book set sail. If you feel that this book is still good, please support it with flowers. Thank you all. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 2. Golden Light Curtain, The Restless World of Pirates. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Joel D. Roger. Lox. Didn't you already be killed by us in the Valley of God? Even your body and the entire Valley of God have sunk into the sea. On the Golden Roger, Joel D. Roger looked at Lox speaking and felt a wave of confusion. The battle in the Valley of God was personally ended by him and Cap, and he was very certain that he had killed Lox. Why did Lox appear again? Lox D. Jibek. Are you kidding me? I'm still on my way to the Valley of God. In another time and space, Rox looked at the massive fleet around him and couldn't help but sneer. It seems that the world government and navy felt intimidated by his strength, which is why this scam was staged, right? It's too naive for the world government to want to just retreat like this. Shiki, use your abilities to accelerate the fleet. Goal, Valley of the Gods. After Rox withdrew his gaze, he shouted to the captain, the Golden Lion. The Golden Lion immediately activated its own abilities, and the Dark Fleet flew towards the direction of the Valley of God at a faster speed. Munch D. Cap. Roger, you are also dead. 22 years ago, you were stabbed by us in Logue Town, /nose picking, Munch D. Luffy. Are you really Roger the One Piece? Joel D. Roger. I'm not the Pirate King. Now that my crew and I have just arrived at Shuasien Star Island, my sea has not conquered the Great Route, /scratching smile, Warring States period. How could this be? Those guys who have already disappeared from history can still appear. Are you really or are you pretending, doubt, looking at the dialogue in the light curtain, the Warring States period felt a bit mentally disoriented. Even if these long-dead guys reappear, how does it feel like they and I are not in the same era? But looking at the tone of those people's speeches, the Warring States period also felt that those who spoke were those guys who had long disappeared from history. Edward Newgate. Kulala, it seems like everyone is not in the same era. Laugh, Charlotte Lingling. You're really an idiot, Whitebeard. At first glance, it seems like a conspiracy by the Navy. Perhaps this is some new invention by the Navy. Sneak, Sikorsky. Stop pretending to be smart there, Big Mom. Shiki. Roger. Did you actually show up too? Bucky. Captain Roger, I didn't expect to see you again. Cry, Dong Hai. Bucky saw Roger's name and his eyes were filled with excitement. He still remembers the scene of the execution in Logue Town back then. On that day, he and his close friend Shanks parted ways. I didn't expect him to see his captain again today. Chingji. Who is this Bucky? As a crew member of the former pirate King Roger, I believe this guy is also a monster, right? Smog. There is a clown named Bucky with a bounty of 20 million Bailey in the East China Sea. I don't know if he is the same person as this Bucky. In the town of Logue, Smog, who was lighting a cigar, had already flipped through Bucky's bounty. Looking at Bucky dressed up as a clown in the photo, it doesn't look like he's a crew member of Pirate King Roger no matter what. Maybe it's just the same name. Smog murmured. Bucky. I am just an ordinary little pirate in the East China Sea. How can I be compared to the great Captain Bucky? Cold sweat, at this moment, Bucky was already sweating profusely. Munch D. Luffy. No, I remember that Red Nose seemed to know Shanks, and he also knew my straw hat. Bucky. Don't call me Red Nose, roar, Shanks. You haven't changed at all, Bucky, laugh. At this moment, Shanks struck a divine repair knife. Warring States period. A terrifying figure is hiding in the East China Sea. Are you preparing for any conspiracy? At Bucky. Don't brain tease me. Hey. Polyasolino. It's really scary that so many terrible guys have appeared. Bucky was completely panicked, and when he didn't know what to do, someone helped him out. Ben Beckman. At Bergapunk, is this your new invention? Begapunk. You look up to me too much. I'm just a little smarter than ordinary people. I can't develop an invention that can bring people from all over the world here. Crane. Are you all focusing on the wrong thing? Shouldn't we be focusing on this strange light curtain and this dialogue space now? Munch D. Cap. Seeing so many dead acquaintances, I forgot about this matter in a moment. Scratching, while everyone was still arguing, the light curtain in the sky began to change. Collection, flowers, and review tickets are important data for new books. Please support them with flowers and review tickets. 1 or 2 flowers are not too few, and 100 or 1,000 flowers are not too many. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 3. Murder, the Terror of Swimsuit Big MOM. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Video rebate. I don't know how much rebate a video can have. After reading the introduction, Li Wei roughly understood the usage of this software. The screen of this software is like a certain sound, and Li Wei is not unfamiliar with these functions. Li Wei's fingers turned off the instructions, and the first video began to appear on the screen. This is an old woman with long pink curly hair, thick lipstick and light purple eyeshadow, and a pirate hat. At this moment, the old woman's obese body was wearing an extremely revealing swimsuit, which made her loose skin like a burlap even more apparent. After the old woman in the swimsuit appeared, she surprisingly jumped up in Subject 3 with a twisted expression. Li Wei instantly felt tons of damage to his eyes. Is this the swimsuit version of Big Mom? Li Wei recognized the old woman at first glance. As the strongest female pirate in the world of pirates, she occupies a lot of space in the chapters of the New World. Who exactly made such a video clip? The swimsuit Big Mom is already eye-catching enough, and now Big Mom has jumped to Subject 3. No, Li Wei cannot let himself suffer such harm alone, he also wants others to experience this pain. There is a share button on the right side of this software, and Li Wei directly clicked on it. Almost as soon as Levi clicked on the share button, the golden light curtains of the One Piece world began to fluctuate. During the Warring States period, someone appeared in the light curtain. While the Warring States was still digesting the shocking news of Rox and Roger on the chat page just now, General Crane's voice pulled the Warring States back. Finally, there's some movement. Let me see what this light curtain really wants to do. Cap forcefully stuffed 3 fairy shells into his mouth as he chewed and looked up at the light curtain. At the first glance at the image in the light curtain, Cap's expression froze, and then he spat out all the fairy shells in his mouth. As a naval hero, Cap has experienced many grand scenes. But he has never seen a bigmom for swimsuits. This image has too much killing power, even the naval hero Cap can't withstand it. My eyes. I'm not a notorious pirate, why did I watch such a video? My damn curiosity, I'm guilty. I should listen to teacher Zifa's words and strive to practice. I shouldn't be curious to see this light curtain. The other navies did not have Kappa's composure. The killing power of swimsuit bigmom is too strong, and now Marinfando is filled with screams everywhere. Wulua, I didn't expect to have such a side of Lingling. The land of harmony, Ghost Island. Kato choked on the alcohol first, and then he burst into laughter with a thud. Click. Quinn's eyes were bulging out, and his glasses were bursting. Is this the terror of the pirate emperor? Just a single image can cause me such serious harm. The flames all over Jin's body have been extinguished, which is the strongest defense state of the Lunalia tribe. Even so, Jin felt like she couldn't suffer any minor damage. The waters of the kingdom of Toland. This is the headquarters of the bigmom pirates. The officials of the Charlotte family suffered the least damage. Looking at the mother dancing strangely in her swimsuit in the light curtain, each of them had a stiff expression on their faces. Although they are all children of bigmom, once their behavior makes their mother angry, bigmom will not hesitate to kill them. Who is slandering Mom? Mom has never worn a swimsuit. Not to mention dancing this strange dance. In the hall of Cake Island, Charlotte Perispero, the eldest son of the Charlotte family and the candy minister of the kingdom of Torrant, angrily said. The Charlotte family is also a top force in this ocean, and they now know that this light curtain can be seen not only on Cake Island, but also on this ocean. This light curtain plays the unbearable side of her mother in front of the whole sea, which is a serious provocation to all the cadres of the Charlotte family. Although this is not the real me, this dance looks really good. Mom, Mom. Charlotte Lingling's huge eyes with purple eyeshadow scratched and looked at herself dancing in the light curtain with interest. She actually laughed. It is obvious that Charlotte Lingling has a distinct aesthetic from ordinary people in this sea. Mom didn't go berserk, it seems we are temporarily safe. The officials of the Charlotte family watched as bigmom did not go berserk out of anger, and everyone breathed a long sigh of relief. A swimsuit mom is just the beginning, there will definitely be other more stunning images on this screen. In the corner, Charlotte catalically whispered. No one knows whether this is his prediction of the future with a domineering aura or his speculation. Collection, flowers, and review tickets are important data for new books. Please support them with flowers and review tickets. 1 or 2 flowers are not too few, and 100 or 1,000 flowers are not too many. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 4. Assault on Experts. Defensive Karp. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ding. Shared video completed, this time the profit is 137.26 yuan. After Li Wei shared the video of the swimsuit bigmom, a crisp system prompt sound appeared on the main page of the app. It's terrifying to earn over 100 yuan in less than a minute, isn't it? When Li Wei saw this balance, he was completely stunned. Although this money cannot be compared to the earning speed of those wealthy individuals, it is definitely much stronger than working for oneself. However, Li Wei was not blinded by the over 100 yuan insect in front of him. As long as the money doesn't reach your own pocket, even if the amount is large, it's just a bunch of useless numbers. Try to withdraw successfully. Li Wei looked at the withdrawal button above the share and pressed it directly. User. Li Wei, positioning. Daxihai Bay, bank card account number. 6773****3256, withdrawable amount. 137.26 yuan. Although Li Wei did not fill in any information, all of his information appeared on this app. In less than a second, the bank transfer message appeared on Li Wei's phone. The amount received was 137.26 yuan, and the corresponding withdrawable amount has now become 0 yuan. It seems that all of this is true. Li Wei finally believed in this software. The speed at which this software makes money is too terrifying. 1 minute earns 100 yuan, and that hour is 6,000 yuan. If you spend 10 hours watching videos a day, it's 60,000 yuan. By this calculation, Li Wei is also a man who earns 1,000,000 yuan per month. What are you waiting for? Li Wei's fingers swiped towards this page again. Luffy, the light curtain has changed again. As soon as Solon recovered from the shock of the swimsuit Big Mom, he saw a change in the light curtain once again. This time, the image did not appear first in the light curtain, but a row of titles appeared first. Who is the strongest sneak attack expert in the world of pirates? As soon as this title was released, the previously quiet chat space became lively again. White beard. The person who ambushes is the dirtiest. Shanks. Agree. Kai Duo. Agree +1, Big Mom. Agree +2. The battle in the world of pirates emphasizes honesty and integrity, and sneak attacks have always been shameless. Even pirates disdain to do such things. When the masters of the pirate world agreed, the text in the light screen changed once again. Bronze. Axe Emperor Monka, Smog. I only know one person who uses an axe and is also called Monka, but he is just a colonel. Silver Axe. What is the ingredient of the Axe Emperor Monka? Its nickname is even more impressive than lousy. Karp. What do you want to do so much? Just take a look and you'll know. As Kap's words fell, his image appeared in the light curtain. Kap in the light curtain is wearing a navy uniform and a dog-headed hat. Kap's image had just appeared, and a sense of oppression immediately came up. Lieutenant General Kappa, thank you for coming all the way in person. Now I will hand over the Monka to you. A navy saluted Kap, and then a man with a metal chin and dressed in prisoner's clothing was pushed in front of him. But Kap seemed to have fallen asleep, and it was only after the loud shouting of the navy that Kap regained consciousness. It's so noisy, I've been staying up for 5 days and nights. Kappa said slowly. The task is heavy, thank you very much. The navy's face showed a look of admiration. No, I'm trying to break the record of eating donuts continuously. After eating 842 unconsciously, I felt a bit tired. As Kap spoke, he bit a donut into his mouth. So, Kap fell asleep again. What a nonsense old man. Monka felt speechless about Kappa's honey manipulation in front of him. Monka, even so, Lieutenant General Kappa is still the ultimate figure of the Navy headquarters. The Navy next to him shouted at Monka. Old man, don't pretend to sleep. When Monka saw that Kap was still asleep, he lifted the axe on his right arm and fiercely chopped towards Kap. Puzzy. As the axe passed over Kap's body, bright red blood instantly emerged from his body. Watching this scene, all the navies on board were shocked. The video ends here, but the chat space explodes again. Karp. I didn't expect to eat melons on my old man. This is slander, naked slander. Anger, anger, anger. The first video before was a parody of Big Mom, and although Kap felt a bit heavy, he could still laugh. I didn't expect the second video to be his execution video. Where should a naval hero save face from being injured by such a small person? Smog. How dare you sneak attack Lieutenant General Kappa? You're really brave, Colonel Monka from 153 branches at Monka. In the naval base of Logue Town, Smog had already recognized Monka. Monka's hand axe and metal chin are really recognizable. Monka is just an ordinary navy in the East China Sea, and with his strength, he can damage Kappa. This video is just too explosive. Big Mom. Now you should know how necessary it is to have a steel balloon body, right? In the Cake Island, Big Mom was already laughing and rolling on the ground. As the only pirate among the great pirates without any physical scars, she is qualified to say such words. Whitebeard. It's really interesting. I didn't expect that as a naval hero, Cap would also be chopped down by a nobody one day, laughing. Whitebeard and Cap have been rivals for decades, and he knows Cap's strength very well. As a pure physique powerhouse, Kappa's ability to stand at the peak of the sea with a pair of iron fists is enough to demonstrate his terrifying nature. But it's this terrifying guy who can be injured by an ordinary sailor. This is the funniest joke Whitebeard has seen this year. But after the next video came out, Whitebeard no longer had a smile on his face. Silver. Blackbeard Marshall D. Teach, collection, flowers, and review tickets are important data for new books. Please support them with flowers and review tickets. 1 or 2 flowers are not enough. Please support them. Author, thank you. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 5. The Dark Fruit in the World, the Arrogant Ticky. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ticky is not only the only traitor of the Whitebeard pirates, but also violated the iron law of the Whitebeard pirates. Killing his companions. When he defected. Saki, the captain of the 4th team, was killed by him. Now I saw Ticky's name again on the screen of light, which made Whitebeard's face suddenly darken. Not just the white-bearded ones, but the other captains on the Mobidic are all looking at Ticky with unfriendly eyes now. What appears in the light curtain this time is a battlefield full of chaos. As the camera zoomed in, Saki, the captain of the 4th team of the Whitebeard pirates, appeared on the screen of light. I didn't expect to see Sachai again. Whitebeard looked at the sun in the light curtain, his tone full of emotion. No matter whether the appearance of this light curtain is good or bad for this sea, just because it can make Whitebeard see his son, Whitebeard has no aversion to the light curtain. This is the battle we fought in the Punkhausen Sea. Marco looked at the surroundings and remembered the battle. What fruit is this demon fruit? In the light curtain, Saki held a purple fruit with a spiral pattern in his hand, murmuring in his mouth. At this moment, the light curtain gave Ticky, who was wearing a white shirt, a close up. Ticky's gaze towards the fruit was full of greed and madness, which was completely different from his simple and honest appearance on the ship. Afterwards, when the Whitebeard pirates returned, Blackbeard's gaze never shifted from Sachai. In the evening, Ticky, carrying a bottle of wine, approached Saki's room. When Saki turned his back to Ticky, Ticky's steel claws pierced through Saki's heart. Ticky grabbed the dark fruit on the table and swallowed it in one gulp, then he escaped from the Whitebeard pirates without looking back. Marco. Tick, did you kill your brother for 20 years just for one demon fruit? Fury, 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 Marshall D. Tichy. Just a little bit. That's the soda called strongest natural demon fruit, the dark fruit. Marshall D. Teach. I lurked in the Whitebeard pirates for 20 years just for it. Bista. Tick, Sach is also your brother. If you want that fruit, you can exchange it directly with Sach. Why kill Sach? Marshall D. Tichy. Thief haha, I only strive for what I want on my own, and I never trust the generosity of others. Blackbeard has already obtained the dark fruit and formed his own pirate group. Even if the light curtain announces his killing of Saki to the sea, he is not afraid of anything. Joel D. Roger. Has the dark fruit reappeared on the sea again? The sea is about to fall into a frenzy. Whitebeard. I won't let this happen. Marshall D. Tichy. I have obtained the dark fruit, you can no longer stop me, Dad. At Whitebeard, the dark fruit gave Blackbeard unparalleled confidence, and now he is crazily provoking Whitebeard. Whitebeard. Ticky, I promise I will kill you. Marco, let Ace come back. Ticky with the dark fruit is not something Ace can handle. After Whitebeard spoke harshly to Tick in the chat room, he said to Marco. After Ticky defected, Ace, as the captain of the second team, disregarded Whitebeard's opposition and insisted on catching Ticky. Now Ace has crossed the new world in the first half of the Great Voyage. I'll tell Ace now, but as you know, Ace is also a very stubborn guy. Speaking of his brother, Marco said somewhat helplessly. Ace is the youngest captain of the Whitebeard pirates, and as a young man, his personality is very impulsive. It is difficult to change what he has decided. Back then, in order to duel with Blackbeard, he fought with Wang Xiachi Wuhai Shiping for a full 5 days and 5 nights. Later, after being defeated by Whitebeard, he secretly attacked Whitebeard on the ship of the Whitebeard pirates. Based on Marco's understanding of Ace, he won't come back unless he grabs Blackbeard. Tell Ace to return to the Whitebeard pirates immediately and say it's my order. Baihu said seriously to Marco. Whitebeard has witnessed the terrifying effects of dark fruits, and now even Marco is probably not a match for Tick, let alone Ace. I know now, Dad. Marco has never seen his father be so cautious towards someone before, and now he also realizes the seriousness of the situation. I didn't expect Ticky to become the dark fruit ability, no wonder his pirate group dared to call it the Blackbeard Pirates. Marin Fando. The Warring States also understood Ticky's ambition. With the dark fruit, Ticky indeed has the qualification to wrestle with Whitebeard. The crowd had not yet reacted to the shocking news of the emergence of the dark fruit, and there was new content in the light curtain. Gold. King of the Near Seas, today's 5th watch, seeking collection, flowers, and evaluation tickets. These data are very important for new books, please support them with flowers and review tickets. 1 or 2 flowers are not too few, please support us. Author, thank you Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 6. Highlights of the King of the Near Sea, Silence. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Joel D. Roger. Another domineering title, I have never heard of who this King of the Nearshore is. Mengqi D. Luffei. The King of the Near Sea. Is it the one I am familiar with? Bucky. I also seem to know about the King of the Near Sea. I don't know, will I be exposed this time? New World, Red Fox. Upon seeing the title in the light curtain, Shanks's expression slightly stiffened. Starting with Big Mom, then Cap, and then Whitebeard, is it now Shanks' turn? Besides Shanks, there was a hint of contemplation in Ben Beckman's eyes. As the font of the title dissipated, a deep blue sea appeared in the light curtain. This ship is not a pirate ship, but a small canoe. On the canoe, a middle-aged man was holding a little boy with black hair in his hand. Mengqi di Kapu. Ali, Luffy, is this you? Upon seeing the child appearing in the light curtain, Cap immediately recognized it as his grandson Luffy. Munch D. Luffy. It's me, the guy who caught me is the bandit King Sig. Let me escape easily, no one would have thought that the bandits would escape to the sea, would they? Sig looked at Luffy in his hand, and a cruel expression appeared on his face. Damn it, let go of me. It's best for someone like you to die. Luffy flapped vigorously in Sig's hand. He struggled while cursing. Idiot, it's you who damn it. Who made you angry with me? Goodbye. Sig extended his arm slightly forward, then threw his hand and Luffy fell into the sea. Damn it, even though these guys are all bad guys, I didn't even punch them. Luffy flew in the air, his eyes filled with tears of unwillingness. Puff. When Luffy fell into the sea, he began to struggle constantly. Sorry, you no longer have any useful value. Sig looked at Luffy, who was about to drown, and he burst out laughing. At this moment, the sea behind him suddenly swelled up, and a pair of crimson eyes appeared behind him. What is this? Sig looked at this huge sea king, and his eyes were already bloodshot. Before he could do anything, the monster opened its huge mouth and swallowed the Sigurians and their boat. Kai Duo. That's it. Just a sea king. Is it worth watching a special video? Nose picking / nose picking / nose picking, eagle-eyed me hog. Agree with +1, something that can be chopped to death with just one sword is not worth caring about. Munchie D. Luffy. What do you know? The next thing is the main film. Watching the light curtain as those people spoke casually, Luffy became angry. Upon hearing that there was still a hidden situation, the speech that originally belittled this video has been temporarily suspended. Because the previous few high-quality videos, they all wanted to know what shocking things would happen to this video. After swallowing Sig in one gulp, the King of the Near Sea set his sights on Luffy in the sea. The King of the Near Sea quickly approached Luffy, and then it opened its big mouth to bite Luffy. As Luffy was about to be swallowed, a man with red hair appeared beside him. They just brushed past the huge body of the King of the Near Sea. Get lost. Shanks looked coldly at the King of the Near Sea, and at this moment, fear appeared in the fierce King of the Near Sea's eyes. The King of the Nearshore let out a pig cry, and then it dived into the sea. Luffy, Miss Magino has already told me. You fought for us, and I want to express my gratitude to you. Shanks looked at Luffy in his arms and comforted him softly. Luffy didn't speak, he just kept crying. Don't cry, Luffy, aren't you a man? Shanks touched Luffy's head and comforted him. But Shanks, your arm. Luffy looked at Shanks's missing left arm and cried even more sadly. It's a small idea, it's just an arm, as long as you're okay. Shanks said nonchalantly. The video ends here, but the chat space becomes unprecedentedly lively. Kai Duo. Surprisingly bit off the pirate's arm. I would like to call the King of the Nearshore the strongest Sea King class. Red Dog. This should be the highlight moment of this Nearshore King. From now on, the reputation of the Nearshore King will resound throughout the sea. The Navy and pirates are rivals, and seeing Shanks wither, as a naval general, Red Dog is still very happy. Unfortunately, this is a Sea King species. If the Near Sea King were a human, even red retrievers would want to recruit it into the Navy. Big Mom. At that time, Red Hair lost an arm in the weakest sea, the East China Sea. That was big news, I didn't expect his arm to be so lost. White Beard. The King of the Near Sea ate at least 1 billion Bailey's bounty in one bite. Eagle-eyed me hog. Shanks, is that how your arms bet in the new era? Bucky. Shanks, you were bitten off your arm by such a small character. Don't say you're a crew member of the Pirate King Roger in the future. Disdain / disdain / disdain, Munchie D. Luffy. Shanks, I forgot to tell you, I have already knocked the King of the Near Sea away. Shanks. Well done, Luffy. Laugh / laugh, Munch D. Cap. I'll tell you why Luffy is clamoring to become a pirate. It turns out he was influenced by you. At Shanks, surprisingly caught by Luffy's grandfather, how embarrassing. On the Red Fox. The members of the red-headed pirates burst into laughter when they saw Cap interrogating Shanks' soul. I used to suspect that this light curtain was created by the world government, but now it seems that it is a more powerful force than the world government. Ben Beckman looked at his companion and made a very astonishing speculation. The world government is already the strongest force on this sea, who is stronger than the world government. Jesus sighed with emotion. This kind of power seems omniscient and omnipotent, only legendary gods can achieve it, right? Lucky Lu chewed on an elbow while guessing. Upon hearing Loki lose words, the other crew members burst into laughter. Isn't the light curtain in front of us a miracle to this sea? Ben Beckman didn't laugh, he said seriously to his companions. Listening to Beckman's speculation, the crew of the red-headed pirates fell silent. Today's first update, the current data is not ideal. Seeking a collection, flowers, and evaluation ticket. These data are very important for new books, please support them with flowers and review tickets. 1 or 2 flowers are not too few, and 100 or 1,000 flowers are not too many. The author is striving to code and seek support Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 7. Backstabbing the White Beard, the shadow of the White Beard. You are listening at novelfull.audio. While people were still discussing the King of the Near Sea, text reappeared in the light curtain. Diamond. Skuyard, Big Whirlpool Spider, Gold Roger. The Big Spider. I seem to have defeated this guy before. Skuyard. You're so humble, Roger. You've killed all the members of my pirate team, and now I'm under the command of Father Whitebeard. Lieutenant General Crane. This video is about sneak attacks on experts, so I have a bold guess. Will Skuyard sneak attack Whitebeard? Warring States period. It's very likely, after all, pirates are a group of treacherous guys. Skuyard. Fart, how could I possibly stab my dad in the back? Whitebeard. I'm afraid I'll disappoint you. During the Warring States period, how could my son possibly betray me? Warring States period. We will know after watching this video. After saying this sentence in the Warring States period, others did not continue the topic. They are all waiting for the video to play. With a wave of light, new images appeared in the light curtain. What appears this time is a battlefield full of chaos. A majestic man holding a razor stood at the bow of a white whale-shaped ship. Munchie D. Cap. Did I get dizzy? How did I see Whitebeard attacking Marinfando? Kai Duo. Wuluoluoluo, truly the strongest man in the world, actually led people to war with the Navy headquarters. Marco. Dad, this is Dad. Bista. Dad is domineering. Boom boom boom. Beside Whitebeard, shells kept exploding around him. The Mobidic also kept firing shells towards the naval headquarters. The Warring States period and others were eager to see what had happened, but the video of the light curtain was always around Whitebeard. Dada. A faint sound of footsteps came from behind Whitebeard, and Skuyard came closer to Whitebeard. Skuyard, are you okay? Whitebeard turned his head and asked his son. Finally alive. Skuyard said calmly. Really, I haven't been able to contact you since just now. How is the situation at Wantu? Whitebeard asked Skuyard. The pirates under my command seem to have suffered heavy damage. I came here by taking a shortcut. Skuyard looked at the chaotic battlefield and said to Whitebeard. The Warring States period will not show mercy, he will use all his strength to deal with us. Whitebeard trusts his son very much and has no defense against him. Did Dad discover the Navy's tactics? Skuyard looked at Whitebeard with an ambiguous expression, but it seemed that Whitebeard did not notice it in the video. Being surrounded by the Navy from the rear is exactly what I want, and I'm going to attack as well. The white-bearded Song Yun chopped a pestle on the ground, and he had already gained the consciousness of battle. Yes, each of our 43 pirate groups owes a great favor to you. For the Whitebeard Pirates team, each of us is willing to do it. Skuyard slowly unsheathed his long sword and said to Whitebeard. Sorry, this is just. I understand, this is a battle to save our families. The Whitebeard Pirates never abandon their families. That's why everyone came with you to this hell. The snowy blade reflected Skuyard's pure white teeth, and no one could understand his thoughts. It would be great if we were also one of your family members. Skyard's scabbard slowly fell to the ground, while his long sword without hesitation plunged into Whitebeard's chest. At this moment, Whitebeard was shocked, Marco was shocked, and all the pirates were shocked. Looking at the Whitebeard pierced by a long sword in the light curtain, this scene seemed to become eternal. Warring States period. As I guessed, by who was stabbed in the back by his own son again. Cato. I've said it before, Whitebeard. Your useless sons are of no use at all. Marshal D. Ticky. Did you see that, Dad? It turns out I'm not the only one betraying you. Whitebeard. Shut up, my son can't betray me, it's all fake. The atmosphere among the members of the Whitebeard pirates on the Mobidic became extremely solemn. The video was only playing in this light screen, and 2 traitors had already appeared in the Whitebeard pirates. This kind of thing has never happened in the past 20 years. Dad, it's impossible for me to betray the Whitebeard pirates. That person is not me. On the Mobidic, the great whirlpool spider knelt in fear in front of Whitebeard. Although he has no intention of betraying his father, I don't know why there is a video of him backstabbing his father in this light screen. I've already said that, Skyard. You are my son, how could I not believe you and instead believe in a light curtain that appeared from somewhere a few minutes ago? Whitebeard looked at his son and said to him. Back in the day, Skyard had a grudge with the Pirate King, Gold. Roger, and was annihilated by the Roger pirates. Later, he was recruited by Whitebeard and joined his team, still maintaining an independent pirate group. Not only did Skyard board the ship like this, but the other crew members were in similar situations before boarding the Whitebearded ship. Whitebeard has a broad mind. Due to the fact that most crew members are despised by society, everyone admires and appreciates Whitebeard as his son and family, and affectionately calls him Dad. This is also the origin of the title of Whitebeard Dad. This was not caused by Beard himself, it was called out spontaneously by all the crew members. Every member of the Whitebeard pirate squad was incredibly convinced of Whitebeard's words. After hearing Whitebeard's words, Team Captain Marco took the lead in persuading him. Skyard, do you believe in this light curtain or Dad? Don't you listen to my dad? Why are you still kneeling there? Marco helped Skyard up. Yeah, Skyard, we all believe in you. The other captains were all talking to him at this moment. At this point, the atmosphere of the Whitebeard Pirates group has once again returned to its previous warm state. However, Beard did not have the optimism of his sons, and at this moment, there was a haze in his heart. The things played in this light screen may seem absurd, but they all seem true. Whitebeard had never been at war with the Navy headquarters before. According to Whitebeard's guess, perhaps this is the future. At this moment, I couldn't bear to think too much about it, as there was a new video playing in the light curtain. Today's second update, a 2,000-word chapter is presented. The current data is not ideal. Seeking a collection, flowers, and evaluation ticket. These data are very important for new books, please support them with flowers and review tickets. 1 or 2 flowers are not too few, and 100 or 1,000 flowers are not too many. The author is striving to code and seek support. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 8. The Shockwave caused by the Blackbeard Pirates. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The color of the final video title is different from the previous title. King. Shelio Magellan. Is it rainy Shelio? Isn't he currently pushing into the city to be locked up? When Magellan saw Helio's name, he couldn't help but speak. Shelio and Magellan are colleagues. Shelio was originally the warden of the deep-sea prison's Advanced City, and together with Magellan, they were known as the Copper Walls and Iron Walls of the Advanced City. Due to his bloodthirsty nature and frequent indiscriminate killing of prisoners, Magellan was sentenced to probation as a death row inmate and imprisoned at the bottom of the prison, level 6. If there were no accidents, Shilio would have saved this remaining life in the advancing city. But Magellan actually saw Hiliu's name today, which surprised him. Kai Duo. After watching several pirate raids, now there are finally people from the world government who are using the tactic of surprise attacks. Big Mom. What did Shilio do? He ranked even higher than the big whirlpool spider with a white beard on its back. Shilio. I didn't expect that I, who was locked up in the advancing city, would have such a day of attention. I really didn't expect it. Magellan. Shilio, you guy, don't get too proud. Marshal D. Teach. Rainy Hope, I haven't heard your legend on this sea for a long time. As everyone was discussing, the video began to play. This is an island with a huge skull building, and there are many pirates playing games on the island. Lox D. Jibek. Isn't this Beehive Island, but the Beehive Island in the video looks different from my current Beehive Island. Warring States period. We have already said that you have already died, Lox. It has been 40 years since your death. Seeing the former hegemon of the sea, Rocks, speak, the Warring States directly confronted Rocks. At this point, the perspective of the video is on a pirate ship. Shaw Clockdale. It's actually Molia's ship. Will Molia also leave the Devil's Triangle? At this moment, the long-lurking sand crocodile spoke. As one of the 7 martial seas under the king, the sand crocodile also knows Moria. Based on his understanding of Moria, he felt that Moria was just an otaku. He cultivates a zombie legion alone in the Devil's Triangle, where the sun is not visible. He longs to one day defeat the beasts and wash away the shame of his past defeat. Now Moria has also appeared outside the Devil's Triangle. Although I don't know which year it is, it's enough to surprise the sand crocodile. Go ahead. Molia in the light curtain let out a shout, and one by one, the strange zombies advanced towards the shore. Where did you hide Abu Sarim? Amidst the smoke and dust of the zombie army, Molia's roar came. Surrounded by a large army of zombies, Moria marched unstoppably towards the interior of Beehive Island. Bucky. Is this the power of the 7 martial seas under the king? It looks really terrifying. Cold sweat / cold sweat / cold sweat, where's Blackbeard? Where's Ticky? As Moria moved forward, he roared at the pirates around him. White beard. So, will Ticky be stationed on Beehive Island in the future? Looking at the familiar scenery on Beehive Island, Whitebeard felt that Ticky was even more terrifying than he thought. Beehive Island was once the headquarters of the King of the Sea, the Rocks Pirates, and this is not something that ordinary pirates can know. Since Ticky was able to choose Beehive Island, whether it was because he inherited the will of Lox or because he targeted Lox, it was enough to show that Ticky was not an ordinary pirate. Flying bats. Moria used his shadow ability to transform countless bats, which bit the cannon fodder of the Blackbeard pirates and scurried away. How noisy. A man with horns and a piece of meat in his hand appeared in the light curtain. Magellan. This is Avalo Pizarro, the evil ruler. Did this guy actually escape from infinite hell? Warring States period. Those imprisoned in the infinite hell are all evil factions forgotten by the sea. If they escape, this sea will fall into chaos. Kai Duo. If that's really the case, maybe I can get many powerful subordinates, and even select the 4th and 5th disasters. Big Mom. I don't mind the guys from infinite hell reappearing on the sea. Lord Pizarro, Moria came to find the transparent man Abu Sarim on the island. The subordinates reported to the evil political king. Since we can't come out, let's break in. Moria strode towards the Beehive Island. Lord Moria, I am here. With a passionate shout, a man with a tiger's mouth waved at Moria on a building. Is it Abu Sarim? Seeing the man waving, Moria's face showed a smile. "Boss, it's me." Abu Sarim held the beautiful woman in one hand and waved towards Moria with the other. The Blackbeard pirates are famous ability hunters, and there are many people who want your transparent fruit. Molia looked at his subordinates and advised Abu Sarim. "Sanji. What? Did the transparent fruit be eaten by such a wicked and sleazy guy?" Among Bharati, Sanji's entire body was petrified. Eating transparent fruits was once his dream, but he never expected that this fruit would already have a master. "I know this very well." Abu Sarim's eyes narrowed slightly, and his tone of voice became strange. Moria also almost felt the abnormality of his subordinates, and his eyes narrowed. At this moment, footprints appeared behind Moria, and Moria also noticed something unusual. He suddenly turned his head and looked back. "I saw a huge coconut tree lazily cut off, and at the same time, a zombie was cut in two by an invisible blade." Puzzy. Molia's back emitted blood, and he shouted out in pain. "Damn it, it hurts so much." "Who is it, where is it?" Moria looked around and didn't see anyone else. At this moment, a transparent figure appeared in front of Moria. "Do you know me, Moria?" Shilio was holding a cigar in his mouth and asked Molia. "The hope of rain remains." Moria directly called out the man's name. "How is my ability?" Shilio smiled and asked Moria. Moria's expression suddenly changed, and it was only then that he realized something. "You guessed it right, Moria, I have acquired great abilities." Shilio looked at Moria and said calmly to her. "Damn it, damn it." Moria clenched his fists tightly, and his face was filled with an angry expression. At this moment, Abu Sarim laughed and turned into a female pirate with a long nose under Moria's nose. This is already the third prisoner from Infinite Hell to appear, and when she appeared, the barrage on the screen of light flashed again. Today's third shift, a 2,000-word chapter is presented. The current data is not ideal. Seeking a collection, flowers, and evaluation ticket. These data are very important for new books, please support them with flowers and review tickets. 1 or 2 flowers are not too few, and 100 or 1,000 flowers are not too many. The author is striving to code and seek support. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 9. The Punctured Kappa, one after another. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Boya Hancock. This is Katarina Dupin, who is also a prisoner in the Infinite Hell. Munch D. Cap. This is already the third prisoner from Infinite Hell. Can it be said that Blackbeard has captured the advancing city? So many terrifying creatures have all become his subordinates. Shockwave. With so many powerful subordinates, the Blackbeard pirates can now wrestle with you. At Whitebeard, Whitebeard. Just these guys want to defeat me. Are you joking? I'm a Whitebeard. Marin Fando. At this moment, the office of the Warring States period had fallen into silence. What do you think about the remnants of the old era that appeared in the Blackbeard pirates just now? During the Warring States period, he carefully watched the people's speeches in the chat space under the light curtain and asked the high-level officials in the naval base. The Blackbeard pirates in the light curtain may have taken all those terrifying creatures from the Infinite Hell under their command. General Crane's eyes looked towards the direction of the advancing city, and there was an indescribable heaviness in her tone. As the Chief Staff Officer of the Navy, he knows how many terrifying creatures are imprisoned in the Infinite Hell. The bounty for each of these guys has already exceeded 10,000. If all these terrifying guys join the Blackbeard pirates, Blackbeard will soon become the new pirate emperor. I don't know if you've noticed anything, but Molia in the light curtain said that the Blackbeard pirates are hunting the ability. Moreover, what Rain Shilio gained was the ability of Moria's subordinate Abu Sarim. At this moment, Cap suddenly proposed a blind spot that they all ignored. There has always been a truth circulating in this sea that the ability of devil fruit has great uncertainty. However, looking at Moria's statement in the light curtain, Blackbeard seems to be able to control this direction. Cap speculates that this is the ability of the dark fruit. This is also the reason why Blackbeard sees the dark fruit with his heart rate. The evil factions in the infinite hell are already terrifying enough. If they were to obtain powerful demonic fruits, it would be a serious disruption to the order of this sea. Beside the Warring States period, Red Dog spoke solemnly to the high-ranking officials. It's not over yet. Suddenly, the green pheasant spoke. What? The yellow ape is somewhat confused. Didn't you notice that the video in the light curtain hasn't ended yet? The green pheasant added again. From the video just now, although the scene of the green pheasant sneaking attack on Moria is very shocking. However, Moria's status and strength are far inferior to those of Whitebeard, and from this perspective alone, this video cannot be compared to the previous one. Upon hearing the words of the green pheasant, Kappa and others looked at the light curtain again. They just realized that the video was not over, and the light screen was still playing a video of Beehive Island. Honeycomb Island is still the same, but this time the opponent is no longer as weak as Moria's. At this point, flames were already burning everywhere on the Beehive Island, and a giant was thrown into the sea by a navy. Don Quixote do Flamingo. To my surprise, I saw Lieutenant General Cap again. This is the second time that Lieutenant General Cap has appeared. Flying Squirrel. Undoubtedly, he is Lieutenant General Cap. Even the guys in the infinite hell cannot withstand a single move in his hands. The body of the huge battleship Hulang crashed into the sea, triggering a huge tsunami in the waters of the Beehive Island. The people on this sea don't know how Cap fought against the Blackbeard pirates. But seeing General Cap make a move, they feel that this video is worth it. Hurry up and bring him back to the ground, he will drown. In the video, ordinary pirates from the Blackbeard Pirates group jump into the sea to save the evil wolf. What nonsense naval hero. Wine-rich stove fire. The big barrel of wine, Jote, took a big gulp of the wine and then flames exploded towards Cap. Cap didn't care about this move at all, he casually picked up a few pirates as his shield. These pirates ate all of Jote's attacks. Looking at the burning pirates, Cap threw these guys towards the town. At this moment, people seem to have seen Red Dog's ultimate move, Meteor Volcano. Are you planning to destroy this island, Cap? The evil king roared at Kappa. Cap doesn't care about the threat from the pirates at all. Looking at the distant warships, Cap was also preparing to retreat. I've already said it, I can't just let you leave like this, Mr. Cap. Amidst the smoke and dust, the green pheasant wearing sunglasses slowly appeared in front of the light screen. Warring States period. What is the situation? Can anyone tell me why the green pheasant joined the Blackbeard pirates? Hey! During the Warring States period, he couldn't help but see the green pheasant as one prisoner after another in the infinite hell failed to break through. Qingji is a great general in the navy. How could he possibly become a pirate? Not to mention becoming a subordinate of Blackbeard. The strength of the green pheasant is much stronger than that of the Blackbeard, isn't it? Qingji. This person does look like me, although I don't know why I joined the Blackbeard pirates. Red Dog. If you join the pirate camp one day, I will personally kill you, Kazan. Yellow Ape. Sakazuki is really scary now. Kaido. Kazan, if you're leaving the navy, you can consider the Beast Pirates, and I can make you the vice captain of the Beast Pirates. Big Mom. Kazan, you can also consider Big Mom Pirates. I can marry you, my most beautiful daughter. At the moment when Kaido and Big Mom saw the green pheasant join the pirates, they began frantically handing olive branches to Kazan. Marshal D. Teach. I didn't expect to have a crew member with general-level combat power. It's really interesting. At the moment of seeing the green pheasant, Kap's expression also became solemn. You run at full speed towards the coast, don't stop for a moment. Kappa said to the navy still stranded on the island. While Kappa was running for his life, he heard a girl calling for help. He had just turned back and took a few steps when Cap suddenly appeared in front of Kirby and said he had pushed away. At this moment, a blood-stained long sword pierced through Kappa. This knife is also familiar to everyone, and it is the famous sword thunderstorm that wounded Moria. Cap clenched his fist and swung a punch towards his eyes. In an instant, everything in front of Cap was destroyed. Amidst the smoke and dust, Shilio, whose 7 orifices were bleeding, was smashed out. Under Cap's terrorist attacks, he was also unable to maintain the transparency of the transparent fruit. After injuring Moria, Shilio even suffered a heavy blow to the naval hero Cap. Today's third shift, a 2,000-word chapter is presented. The current data is not ideal. Seeking a collection, flowers, and evaluation ticket. These data are very important for new books, please support them with flowers and review tickets. 1 or 2 flowers are not too few, and 100 or 1,000 flowers are not too many. The author is striving to code and seek support. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 10. Development difficulty. Tish's Blackbeard Pirates. You are listening at novelfull.audio. This video ends here, but the shock caused by Shilio has just begun. Abu Saram. Even Lieutenant General Kapu has been eaten by the transparent fruit. Isn't my fruit too strong? Shilio. Correct me, it's not the transparent fruit that's strong, but me. Take good care of my fruit, I will go and get it. Marshal D. Ticky. Thief. Haha, Shilio, do you want to join the Blackbeard Pirates? Somewhere along the Great Route, Blackbeard directly sent a team invitation to Shilio from the air. Now the Blackbeard Pirates have only 4 crew members. Originally, Blackbeard didn't know where to find the crew, but this light curtain pointed the way for him. In the infinite hell, there are powerful and ruthless guys everywhere. Is there anything more suitable for the Blackbeard Pirates than these guys? Shilio. With great pleasure, Captain Tichi. Fanoka. This is a decision of fate. Magellan. Shilio, I won't let you go out, just die of this heart. Shilio. You also saw it, Magellan. Not only did I go out, but many of the guys on the 6th floor also went out. Magellan. The things in the light curtain are fake. As long as I am still pushing through the city, you will never be able to escape. Munchie D. Luffy. Magellan's statement is not wrong, it's fake. How could I be ambushed by someone with such strength as Shilio? Kai Duo. You can be cut by small characters like Axe Emperor Monka, not to mention Shilio. At this moment, Kaido came with a divine repair knife. In the first video, the person named Monka doesn't even know how to be domineering. Being cut by someone like that has become a stain that Cap cannot erase. Munch D. Cap. That's fake, fake. How could I have been cut by that little character? Marin Fando. At this point, the veins on Kapu's head were bulging. Cap's temper in the Navy is famous for his generosity, and few people in the Navy can see Cap so angry. This video started with 5 videos, 2 of which were videos of Cap being stabbed. Kapu is the idol of all the sailors, where should he put his face? Moreover, Cap has never experienced any of these things. Feeling depressed, Cap had no choice but to compete with the donuts on the table. Are the images in the light screen purely fabricated or in the near future? Lieutenant General Crane glanced at Cap, who was starting to show off donuts, and asked other senior naval officers. She thought about this issue from the beginning. Previously, she thought that such things were all fake and fabricated by the light screen. But based on current intelligence, all of this is possible and highly likely. If this is true, then the final video is extremely unfavorable for the Navy. Navy General Shinji becomes a pirate, and Navy hero Kappa is severely injured by members of the Blackbeard pirates. If one day such a thing really happens at sea, the prestige of the Navy will be greatly reduced. Even global governments may restructure their navies due to this matter. It can't be true. Lieutenant General Kappa can also be considered my teacher. How could I possibly take action against him? At this moment, General Shinji began to express his position. In the Navy, the man that the green pheasant admires the most is Kappa. Shinji pursues lazy justice, and before he became a general, he often accompanied Kappa around. In the eyes of Shinji, it is very handsome for Kappa to once again refuse to be promoted to the rank of general. Kappa can also be considered as half of Shinji's teacher. He cannot take action against his own teacher. Kazan, if you betray justice, I won't let you go. Sakaski's eyes were fixed on the green pheasant, and he said to it. Sakaski is a hawkish figure in the Navy, and he values the reputation of the Navy immensely. In the history of the Navy, there has never been a precedent for a naval general to become a pirate, and Red Dog will never allow this to happen. If you can defeat me, you can give it a try, Sakaski. Shinji looked up at Sakaski and said to him. The senior management of the Navy knows that Shinji and Sakaski are not to be dealt with. I don't know if it's because of a disagreement in their beliefs or because of the opposing demons. Regardless of whether the events in the light screen are true or false, since they were broadcast before they happened, we can change them. The eyes of the Warring States period scanned the surrounding naval executives, and his glasses flashed with a shiny light. Upon hearing the words of the Warring States period, the high-ranking officials knew that the next words of the Warring States period were very important, and they instinctively straightened their waists. Kazan put away his eye mask, and the yellow ape put away his nail clipper. They were all waiting for the next arrangements of the Warring States period. You all have arrived. If we let the Blackbeard pirates develop into the pirate group in the video, then we will have another pirate emperor level opponent. So, we need to eliminate the Blackbeard pirates before they are fully formed. The Blackbeard pirates are currently active in the first half of the Great Voyage, and there is no better time than this. Looking at the generals during the Warring States period, he said slowly. Upon hearing the words of the Warring States period, the eyes of the generals lit up. The Warring States period was right, and almost all the subsequent videos were inspired by Blackbeard. As long as Blackbeard is defeated, nothing in the light curtain will happen. Also, we need to strengthen the defense of the advancing city. We cannot let the Blackbeard pirates break through the advancing city. At this point, General, he also added on the side. Infinite hell is at the bottom level of the advancing city. Since Blackbeard is going there to recruit his subordinates, the first 5 levels of prisons must also be breached. If all the criminals in the advancing city were to appear at sea, the harm they would cause might be greater than the combined Blackbeard pirates. The Navy also needs to guard against this. Let the T-Dolphin or Peach Rabbit go, their strength is enough to complete this task. After thinking about it for a while, he decided to send 2 alternate generals to push into the city with Magellan. Let me capture Blackbeard. Sakaski stood up abruptly and said to the Warring States. I'll leave the Blackbeard pirates to you, Sakaski. During the Warring States period, he just glanced at Red Dog and handed the matter over to Red Dog. Red Dogs uphold complete justice and treat everything that has the possibility of becoming evil with ruthless means. He is the most suitable candidate to deal with the Blackbeard pirates. Blackbeard didn't know either, but due to the early spoilers in the light screen, the development difficulty of Blackbeard pirates was directly upgraded from the previous simple level to the hell difficulty. Today's first update, a 2,000-word chapter is presented. Seeking a collection, flowers, and evaluation ticket. These data are very important for new books, please support them with flowers and review tickets. 1 or 2 flowers are not too few, and 100 or 1,000 flowers are not too many. The author is striving to code and seek support Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th.